Baseball's commissioner and the head of the Players Association took some high heat as lawmakers grilled them about steroid use.
This scandal happened under your watch. I want that to sink in. It did.
Major League Baseball was slow and ineffective in responding to the scandal.
Every fan who has bought a ticket to see the game for the past 20 years has been witness to a fraud.
In the same room where they and an all-star roster of players testified 3 years ago, Donald Fehr and Bud Selig acknowledged they dropped the ball.
Did we or did I appreciate the depth of the problem prior to the time that we began to work on it hard? The answer is no.
All of us have to take responsibility, starting with me.
Baseball has already made some changes, including establishment of a new investigation department that will look into drug use and a tip line. And while there's no test for human growth hormone, Fehr agrees players can be suspended based on other evidence. They appeared after George Mitchell, whose investigation linked more than 80 players to steroids and performance-enhancing drugs, reiterated that there is plenty of blame to go around, but urged baseball to move forward.
Baseball does not need and cannot afford to engage in a never-ending search for the name of every player who ever used performance-enhancing substances.
And while he wasn't one of the players who testified 3 years ago, the committee has asked the Justice Department to investigate Miguel Tejada, saying his testimony to the panel contradicts the Mitchell report. Among the big names in that report, pitcher Roger Clemens, who vehemently denies claims by former trainer Brian McNamee that he used steroids.
Despite the public presentation by Mr. Clemens that the testimony was not accurate, you continue to feel comfortable with Mr. McNamee's credibility?
We believe that the statements provided to us were truthful.
Clemens and his accuser are scheduled to appear before the committee next month, along with Yankees pitcher Andy Pettitte, who has admitted to using HGH for 2 days, and Kirk Radomski, a former clubhouse attendant who has acknowledged supplying players with steroids and human growth hormone. Jerry Bodlander, The Associated Press, Capitol Hill.